Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Cardboard Coach Neil. Welcome back to the channel. I just got back, and today's Sunday. A lot of baseball this weekend. Baseball and baseball cards. I just got done announcing Canisius University versus University of Delaware. Blue Hens won 10-0, 7 innings. It was one of those mercy rules. It was a really, really good game. I love announcing good games, good quick games. Just fun, a lot of home runs, which was good to see. Just felt real good to watch that game. Nice spring weather. And the other part of the weekend was baseball cards. So yesterday was the Philly show, the March show. I'm like a little tired right now. So March show, very, very good. Baseball card shows are always fun. You know, whether it's large or small, you're going to have fun at a card show, especially when you run into a lot of people that you know that have the same collecting interest. Met a lot of guys I've known. Some of them I've known for 25 or more years, Bruce and Tony. And good to see those guys. I know Tony is a big commenter on YouTube, follows a lot of your channels out there. Not sure if he follows mine, but he better. So, it was just good seeing those guys. And, of course, the YouTube meet and greet. Met a lot of guys I met for the first time, including guys, but also guys I've met at the last few, including the original, the four Horsemen. That's myself, RJ Collects, Andy, and Mike. Andy ate my dog collector, and Mike, the vintage composer, were the four of us had been to every meet and greet, so we dubbed ourselves the Four Horsemen. Not that it matters, but it was a lot of fun. The Philly show was mobbed, and I didn't really take any footage. I don't do that as well as Sammy does, and people that follow me, they follow Sammy. They're going to see the footage, display cases. He does a great job doing that. But when I say mobbed, it was mobbed. It was, the market is strong. The market is very, very strong. I pulled up probably around noonish, knowing it was going to be a long day. And I knew exactly what dealers I wanted to stop at, make a couple laps, and see what I'm going to do, see what I'm going to buy. But it was... I pulled up around noon. The line was out the door. I'm generally a guy who can find a good parking spot, like Costanza on Seinfeld. You want to get that spot. It's like a mission. I don't mind walking. It's just finding that spot. So I did not. I found one a parking lot away. I took it because I just wanted to get into the show. And it was wall to wall. It was mobbed. It was. I've never seen the Philly show that crowded on a Saturday. It was just, bobbing and weaving and maneuvering around people. A lot of funky odor in the air. Some of which was only man-made. Most of it towards the ultra-modern section was not, but it was a funky odor, if you know what I mean. And but it was a good show. It was a good show. Really, really good show. The meet and greet was nice. I want to say, Ray and I, we tried to do a head count. We could not really do one. There was a lot of people there, but it was definitely bigger than the last one, which we thought was about 50. This one, I think, was pushing closer to 60. The people that you see in the thumbnail were the ones that were able to, hear us. It's time for a group shot. And some guys just, they just kept on doing what they're doing. That's fine. It was a good time. CIA auctions again. Once again, bought us pizza, which was, real nice. Jeremy and Chris were not able to attend the show, but the rest of the CIA crew gladly came over, and those guys are great. Those guys were real nice to speak with at the show, and definitely afterwards. They got some good consignments for the next coming auction. I was able to look at some of the stuff in hand, what they have currently. A couple things I'm not even going to talk about because there's a couple things I wouldn't mind trying to win myself. So it was just a really, really good show. I'm going to show some footage. Again, I don't have that much. I took maybe a minute's worth of video just to kind of show you the lobby, who was there. And then I'll turn the camera around. I'll show you what I picked up. But I will say this. I was talking to 3 or 4 dealers that I usually speak with. And I was just asking them about the show and about the future of the shows and going to Strongsville and this and that. And some of these guys, they do a show almost every weekend, and they're running out of inventory. I mean, inventory was a good topic for a lot of these guys to talk about. Inventory is getting harder and harder to find, and that's good for sellers, but it reflects onto the buyer. So, everything's kind of going up a little bit, so if there are cards that you want to get them now, and if you don't have the money, you might want to consider bringing some inventory to the Philly show like I did, and I'm going to talk about, because you might be able to make a trade, because again, inventory, it's scarce. It is what it is. I don't, I'm just babbling right now. I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn the camera around, show you some cards, but before that, I'll show you some footage.
It's the YouTube meet and greet, third one.
All right, hey, thank you. You going to Strongsville?
I'm not. We'll talk.
You take care.
Jim, always a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
You got it.
And I'm like, well, I'm driving. I haven't done it like 10 minutes, but I was like, I can't do this now.
We're on the map. JT's in the house.
That was the second series I did.
And I can actually read things
Sorry. No worries. Okay, one of the things I forgot to mention, when I was at the Net 54 event, TJ is online, Tony. He generously donated one of probably the greatest French player to ever play, and that's Steve Jeltz. Tony is a huge Steve Jeltz fan. I forgot to show him this. I do want to get this thing more personalized than just thanks, Tony. We've talked about a couple inscriptions. I am saving up for the inscription fee from Tony. I should be able to get those things done by the September show. So, Tony, thanks a lot for this one. Steve Jeltz, if you know, you know. Next, I got Mike, the vintage composer, always gifts me something. And this is no exception. This is a star Kevin Costner card, Crash, for the Durham Bulls. And at first glance, I thought this was Jayhawker from his Lawrence high school days. Not sure. As a matter of fact, I can't necessarily say definitively that this isn't an error. I think this is a Jayhawker card. So thank you again, Mike, for that. I do appreciate it. Other gifts, my man Ed Wesker Griff knows I'm a huge Eagle fan, and he also knows that I was a Carson Wentz supporter, and I still am. I mean, Carson, had it not been for him that season, had he not been injured, he would have been MVP. But the Eagles would not have had the first round bye had it not been for Carson Wentz. He was playing at an unreal level. And look at that card. I'm not a huge fan of I like them. I'm not a huge collector, I should say, of of ultra modern, but look at this thing. I mean, it's just it's just unbelievable. This is a 2018 Panini Prism, and this is another fantastic card. This is the Donruss Optic. I do know this one, the Optic seems to be kind of like the upper echelon of football cards. I think it was. I could be wrong, but I just love that rated rookie insignia down there. Just a great card. Thank you very much, Ed. This was a very, very generous of you, and I do appreciate it. So I got a Facebook message from a guy I've known. Well, I've never met him, but I've dealt with in the past for the last couple, 2-3 years. And I bought a lot of Willie Mays stuff from him, and just, unique type items. So I asked him, probably about over a year ago, if he knew of anyone with any Dexter presses, or if he did, namely Richie Allen. It's a tough one to find. He sent me a message yesterday at the show. He's like, "Hey, I'm down in Florida, but my buddy is set up at the Philly show. So if you are there, look for him." And he gave me the booth number. I went right over there as soon as I saw this message. And I found the Richie Allen 1967 Dexter press. Look at this card. I mean, it's not an expensive card by any means. This is the whole entire set of Phillies. I had the Bunning already, but I did not have the Allen. This eluded me for the longest time. I still have it in its little thing. These are all the Phillies underneath. Just a great, fantastic image. That red with the blue sky. So I'm very happy to have this taken off my list. But while I was over there, I also made a deal for the 1939 Wheaties panel. This is Series 12, and this is Hank Greenberg. Love the orange and blue. Good little cut on that. So I made a deal for both, and it was a really, really good deal. I'm very, very happy that I got that message. It's good to reach out to people that you think may have some items, because they may hook you up either then or in the future. And so, Fred, I do appreciate it. I sent him a thank you note, and so that's that. Let me put these down. And the last, like I was talking about with inventory, I brought a couple of cards just in case. Like 5 T206 cards, PSA 1.5 and 2s of Phillies and A's. Common Piedmont sweet cap back. And, I saw a card and I was going to buy it after negotiating with the dealer I generally deal with, just a great guy. And he also asked if I'd want to make a trade for it because he's looking for inventory. So I traded the few T206s I had with me, and I got this, and that's a 1929 Jimmy Fox, 1929 Cashin. I just love this pose. This is his 33 Gaudy image, and this image is much better. So not knocking the 33 Gaudy, that's a great card, but I do love this card. So, for those of you that are going to Strongsville, you might want to bring some potential trade bait because dealers are looking for inventory. And that's another discussion that we're going to, revisit down the road, I believe. But, it's a nice clean back, and it's just I'm very, very pleased to see this. These don't come up that often at all. And I just love this pose. I just love this set. And who knows, I may try to get some other Hall of Famers from this set too, because I'm trying to be focused and I'm trying to limit what I go out and buy. Like I mentioned before, I've been all over the place the last 2-3 years buying stuff that is cool, but unfortunately it just didn't fit. So, my loss were other, I was able to find some, or add, I guess, to other YouTube collections. So I'm glad I was able to do that. But I met a lot of people yesterday for the first time. JT, I met him Super nice guy, as well as B. Roth, and all the other guys that show up at these things. It's becoming a really, really fun time. For those of you that are thinking about coming out to the September Philly show, you got plenty of time to plan around and book your room, and we'll have a good time, because we're going to have another meet and greet then too. But hey, listen, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, and until then, we'll talk.